In the foothills of the Appalachians is a quiet site that became famous for the wrong reasons.
We're in a rural part of Tennessee, kind of far away from any place that you would really want to be by foot or car.
A winding road cuts through the range, ending at a walled fortress.
It's built out of a light-colored sandstone, and with its crenellated tops, it looks rather like a castle. It's very out of place in the area.
This place is a mishmash of architecture. Some of it is modern, there are older structures. Clearly, it has been built and rebuilt over the years.
But inside are rotting walls and rusted bars that reveal its true purpose.
It's absolutely depressing. You know that prisoners inside this prison had horrific existences.
This is Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Some of America's most dangerous criminals were locked inside here. Teddy Bassler arrived here nearly 40 years ago. His job? To keep convicted felons under lock and key.
This right here was key control. It's a federal offense, you can't own that key. If you had a whole set of these keys, I could get in and out of every prison in the United States.
Behind these doors were murderers, violent criminals, and sex offenders.
Stand here and every fiber of your being will scream, this is the end of the road.
But this high-security facility started life as a simpler structure.
In the late 1800s, Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary was a wooden prison. But in the 1930s, authorities decided to put the prisoners to work to rebuild it, basically ensuring that they would not be able to escape.
Brushy was designed to be a threat. To be sent here, you'd either been convicted of a heinous crime or no one else would have you.
For the inmates, living quarters were small and sparse.
You know, a bunk, mattress, blankets, pillows, drinking fountain, towel. That way, if you was using the bathroom, you just put your blanket up there. People were gonna come by and watch you using the bathroom. All inmates done was sit here, sit here, sit here. If he had a book, he could read a book. But now he's also planning.
Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary kept some of America's most notorious felons. But in March of 1970, Brushy's most famous inmate arrived. A man named James Earl Ray.
James Earl Ray was a fugitive from a Missouri state prison. He was a petty criminal. He's the dregs of American society. And he played a role in forever changing the landscape of America by killing Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
On April 4th, 1968, King was staying at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis. As he stood on his balcony, a single bullet struck him.
The world stopped. Riots took place across the country. I actually remember the day and how afraid I was of the National Guard when they came into my black community as a little boy. It stays with me like it happened yesterday.
A manhunt began. James Earl Ray was the #1 suspect. He was captured in London, England, and sentenced to 99 years in prison at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
James Earl Ray cell, right here. He wasn't nothing special, he just murdered. When we found out he's coming here, we had staff meetings here all the time.
He was a major escape risk.
On a June evening, 7 years into his sentence, Ray made his move.
That evening, I'm eating supper, and the whistle started blowing off, and then it's, I think it's 7 times. I told my wife, I said, oh, hell, Lola. Oh, my God, honey, it's a bad one. This is bad. It's when that man escaped, it's real bad.
We've had a lot of people over the years run off from out front or whatever. As far as I know, it was only that one thing went across the wall. There were 7 different inmates, and they built a ladder and they scaled a wall somewhere right here.
The inmates squeezed through a gap in the barbed wire, just 18 inches wide. And with that, America's highest profile criminal was on the run.
Any escapee is dangerous. He's extremely dangerous. He'll hurt anybody that gets in front of him.
With the nation's attention fixed on the prison, they had to act fast.
I had to call every employee. Every employee at the prison we would call in.
The media descended on the space, and people all over the country watched the unfolding of this manhunt.
They sent the FBI in here, and I know most of the people in the FBI are good people, but the ones they sent up here, if they've been handpicked to be total rear ends, they got them. They drove around at night in cars shining lights up in the woods, but you're not going to catch him shining lights up in the trees at night.
While the FBI swept the roads, Tucker and his colleague, Stawny Lane, planned an expedition into the woods with bloodhounds.
We called that night, and he said, we got a really good track going over here. Now, he said, I'm gonna tell you something. If I call you anytime tonight on the radio and I say the word Shiloh, I got him. We're looking at him.
For 2 days, Brushy's officers and the FBI raced to find James Earl Ray.
When it come over the radio, he said, we've still got a good track going. He said, it's hotter than hell. He said, I'm sitting over here at Shiloh Church. Boy, my hair stood up all over me. He's looking at him. They done got him. He said, Shiloh.
The hounds tracked Ray to a spot in the woods. Later, the dog handler showed reporters how he discovered Ray buried in a pile of leaves.